Kelly's legs were shaking as she clung to the edge of the cliff. She reached out with a metal wire, trying to hook the climbing rope nearby. A bottomless drop loomed beneath her feet. Every move had to be precise. After several attempts, she finally caught it. Now she had to use that rope to swing over to the side. Remembering what her boyfriend had taught her about shifting her weight, Kelly managed to grab onto the rock face. Exhausted as she was, she knew she couldn't stop, not even for a second. Forcing herself to stay alert, she started climbing upward. Her strength was fading fast. As she looked up and spotted a scattered tent, she pulled out a carabiner and hoisted her sleeping bag up. Not long ago, Kelly had used her camera to record the moment they murdered her best friend. Panicked, she accidentally let out a scream. To cover up the evidence, they turned their sights on her next. She bolted back to her room, grabbed some supplies, and ran for her life. They chased her all the way to the cliff's edge. No way out. With no choice left, Kelly started climbing barehanded. In seconds, one of the men grabbed her backpack, but the next moment, he lost his grip and fell. Kelly seized the chance and scrambled up as fast as she could. But this wasn't over yet. Afraid she might escape, the three men didn't bother taking their injured buddy to the hospital. Instead, they geared up and headed straight back up the mountain. Meanwhile, Kelly, completely drained, reached for her water bottle to take a break, but it slipped from her hand and tumbled down. The man below saw it and shouted up at her, smug and mocking. By now, Kelly was running on fumes. Night fell, and still no sign of her. Waiting was wearing the men down. They were getting restless, so they stuffed heavy weights into a backpack and tossed it off the cliff. It hit the tent square on, causing the whole thing to violently sway. And suddenly Kelly was thrown out. Luckily, she was quick enough to grab her backpack. Seeing her dangling there swinging back and forth, one of the men immediately told the others to stop pulling the rope. Then he pulled out a knife and cut the line. She barely made it, grabbing hold of the rocky wall just in time. With a sudden burst of strength, she hauled herself up and over. Kelly crawled back into the tent. After what just happened, sleep was the last thing on her mind. Suddenly, a knife slashed through the tent fabric, and then a hand yanked her by the hair. Summoning every ounce of strength, Kelly grabbed a pair of scissors and plunged them into the man's back. In the struggle, she got thrown off balance again, but she managed to catch his jacket. In the end, they both got pulled up together. If she fell into their hands now, it would be certain death. So without hesitation, Kelly let go and dropped hard. The impact threw the tent off balance. The carabiner creaked under the pressure, but somehow she made it back onto solid rock. The man above, now furious and done waiting, climbed down the rope toward her. They clashed head-on. Just when things looked their worst, Kelly shoved him back with all her might. He nearly went over the edge. He begged her to spare him, but Kelly wasn't buying it anymore. She stepped down hard on his hand, then without blinking, sent him plummeting into the void. After everything, nothing scared her anymore. Would Kelly make it to the summit? Only time would tell.